everybody, it's your girl Sherry. Welcome back to another episode of the Legend Actually podcast. Today, I wanted to hop on and do a Sherry quick snip and talk about the season premiere of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all, it has been much anticipated. Sweet 16 is here. Now, listen, I didn't want to come on yesterday because I wanted some time to kind of process and see how the fans are feeling. I'm probably going to have an unpopular opinion, but here it goes. Y'all, I thought it was a good start. We left off season 15. I didn't have a whole lot of hope for my girls. Since then, we had they were on pause. It was a little bit of a cast shakeup. We've got some newbies. But in all honesty, Sunday night, I felt like, no, it's not the Real Housewives of back in the day, the Nene Leakes, Sheree Whitfield, Kim Zolciak, and the girls. It's not on that level. But listen, y'all, those days are over. It's kind of like when New York went into hiatus and they brought out the new girls from Roni. It's not the old Real Housewives of Atlanta that we want, but there are elements there. And I will say that I honestly enjoyed Sunday night's season premiere. So we're going to talk a little bit about my thoughts. This is not a full recap, just my thoughts. And then I am going to be recapping that show. I found it to be shaping up to be recap worthy. And you guys know I will always recap the shows that I feel like as long as I have something to say, I'm going to bring it to you all. And I think that we may have shaped up to have a formidable season. So my thoughts. Y'all, Shamea. Listen, I was really impressed with Shamea as an anchor. Now, let me say this. A lot of the fans were kind of dragging Shamea for showing her wealth, talking about it, what have you. Listen, first of all, kudos to Shamea because Shamea has been a friend of Real Housewives of Atlanta for several seasons. She's Porsha's friend in real life. She's been on the show. We're familiar with her. She was a great add to the cast. But for those of y'all that say that, oh, she was, bragging about her wealth or she was, talking about it too much, isn't that what we watch these shows for? Do we get that same energy when the girls over at Beverly Hills are talking about all the Birkins they have? I mean, look at Jennifer Tilly. We love her, her quirkiness, but she talks about her wealth quite a bit as well. Jennifer Tilly is rich, okay? Kathy Hilton. Come on, Heather Dubrow. Listen, what we're not going to do is drag Shamea because she got it like that. That's what these shows needed. Like we used to talk about how Atlanta is the city of fake it till you make it. No, Shamea's got it and she should show it. I think that's what makes it interesting. And what I love about Shamea is though she showed her lavish mansion and her birthday party and the fabulous Rolls Royce that her husband Gerald got her for her birthday, it was refreshing to see her as the anchor. She's friends with the newbies. We know she's Porsha's friend of many, many years since they were teenagers. She knows all the ladies because she's been a friend of. Brilliant idea. Okay, so I'm here for Shamea. So fight me. Then, y'all, that Sweet 16 was the reemergence of Porsha Williams Guobadia. Ciao, Porsha came on the scene. Y'all listen, I'm a Porsha fan. I find Porsha to be good for the show, funny. I like her, humor. But let me say this. I felt like her storyline, we know that she's going through this divorce with Simon, but Porsha, it shouldn't have taken you wondering why you were held up in lines in TSA or at the airport and all of that. It was performative for me. Look, it's been in the blogs a lot, so it's not like we came in with like little knowledge. We know what's going on. We know that Simon served her with cease and desist so that she could not be filmed at their mansion. And so she had to get a little creative. You see her walking, you see her with Mama Diane, you see her, different places. It's going to be interesting this season to see how she navigates that. But she does talk about her divorce. She goes to see Randy Kessler again, who was her attorney when she also divorced her first husband, Cordell Stewart. So she is back with Randy. I mean, God knows the housewives keep him and his practice quite busy with their divorces. Because if you recall, he was also the attorney that Nene went to go see when she initially divorced Greg before they remarried. And we've seen him on there with others as well. So, so what it's giving, Porsha is going to be up there reemerging. Of course, Phaedra did not appear on the episode last night, the premiere episode. We find out, of course, that she comes into the season later as Kenya exits, which brings me to Kenya. A lot of you all are saying, oh my goodness, she is, oh gosh, sorry, y'all, there's a plane flying over. I actually live near a base, so there's that. But a lot of you all are saying that this is what you're going to miss because Kenya kept it interesting. She kind of stirred the pot a little bit with the conversation that she had, with Drew. We find out Drew Sidora is working with Porsha's baby daddy, Dennis. He's helping her with with her music, her new album. And we see Drew, who's now in the midst of her divorce with her husband, Ralph, who has been now, reduced to living in the basement. Very, very similar to what was going on with Nene and Greg when they were separated. So it's giving, we are recycling storylines a little bit. But nonetheless, again, we also knew as we left them off last season that Drew and Ralph were breaking up. And so they are going through a divorce, and that is part of her storyline. And the whole Dennis thing, y'all are going to have to slide in my comments and let me know what you think about that. Y'all, Porsha was on Watch What Happens Live Sunday night, and, she's really playing into that, saying that, she thought Drew was wrong for that. She's been on the Breakfast Club also doing press for the show and talked about how she thought Drew was her friend. Drew was also modeling for Go Naked Hair for her. And she felt it was sneaky that Drew was trying to film with Dennis behind her back. Now, y'all slide in the comments, let me know what you think. I mean, a lot of people are saying, listen, she does not need Porsha's permission to film with Dennis if Dennis is helping her with her music or whatever it is they're doing. I mean, listen. But let's be clear. If it was your child's father and you two knew each other, you were friends, what have you, and it wasn't mentioned, that would be kind of like whatever. Realistically, y'all, it's just giving storyline to me. But y'all slide in the comments and let me know what you thought. We also see Cynthia Bailey. She is back as a friend of. Y'all, was it just me, or did you feel like Cynthia is kind of aging out of the group? And I don't know where Cynthia falls in as far as age-wise versus, I think she is the oldest with Nene now gone. She is. And the newbies are, I don't know their ages, but they appear, at least two of them. Kelly Farrell and Britt Eady seem to be younger. And then Angela Oakley, she may be, a little bit closer to Cynthia's age. But it's giving that Cynthia's aging out a little bit. I don't know how she's going to fit in this season, but, she's doing her part. She's been collecting a little bit. She was on the phone with Porsha when Porsha dropped the bomb that she found out Drew was working with Dennis. And so that's going to play out. Now, y'all, what I wanted to get to were the newbies because we are getting some different, different vibes from people. Some are saying, they're coming in, they're formidable. Some are saying that Kelly's trying too hard. Some are even comparing her to Mia Thornton in look-wise. This is not the best picture, but I wanted to capture all three. So on the left is Britt Eady. In the middle is Kelly Farrell, who is the owner of Nana's Chicken and Waffles. And then, of course, we have Angela Oakley, who's married to Charles Oakley. And we know Britt Eady is the one that was in the midst of the whole Kenya scandal of it all, which caused her to go on hiatus, possibly fired. We won't be seeing her past a few episodes. And I'm really excited to see how that plays out, because in the premiere, they meet and they kind of get off to a bad start, but it's not clear what's the beef with them. So I'll definitely be watching and be following that. But I don't know. I want you guys to slide in the comments and let me know what you thought. To be honest, y'all, I thought the first episode was good. Shamea gives us her background on how she met her husband, who is Gerald Mwangi, how he makes his money, y'all. First, she said he was an African prince or king, and then she goes on to say that he actually makes his money by doing HVAC work with all the different airports. Child, listen. Get my husband certified in HVAC. So that $9 million mansion, what? Y'all, Shamea really is that girl. But listen, I'm here for it. I enjoyed her story. She did get a little long-winded. There are a lot of people that are comparing her to the long-windedness very much like Dorit. I thought it was cute. It's a good start, like I said. No, it is not like the yesteryear of when Real Housewives of Atlanta were really, really like at the head of the game of the Housewives franchise, but it is a formidable start. I'm definitely here for it. I'm going to be tuning in, and I'm going to be bringing you guys those recaps. So what I want you to do now, if you haven't already, go ahead and like this video, this live, and share. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. We're going to be bringing you a whole lot of good content with the recaps. There's going to be more adding to the lineup. We're going to have some TLC content coming for you. We're going to start recapping 90 Day, which is coming out to be a really good season. I mean, some really interesting couples and even a throuple in the mix. And then, Joey and I will be coming back to you all this week with the Bravo Bestie Breakdown. And we'll be talking all things Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm going to also get his thoughts on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I know Joey was watching. So he's going to give you his thoughts on how the premiere went. And y'all, we've got Southern Charm wrapping up. We have Traitors. There's so much that I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on Sherry's Quick Snips. But I need you guys to go ahead and please slide in the comments. Let me know, did you watch Sunday night? What your thoughts on Real Housewives of Atlanta was? And are you going to be watching? If so, what are your thoughts on Drew and Portia? Do you think that Drew needed to run it by Portia before she was filming with Dennis? What are your thoughts on the newbies? Are you feeling Kelly? You think she's coming in a little too hot? Britt, Edie, are you interested? I want to see how things shape up with the beef between her and Kenya and Angela Oakley. A lot of people are saying her and Charles are looking a little like strained there. Like he might not be as into her. The whole thing when he was telling her wig's lifting and to go in the bathroom and fix it. It was a little direct, but she does say her man is direct. And if it's good with her, listen. So listen, you guys let me know what you thought of Sunday night. I want to hear from you. Slide in the comments. If you haven't, again, like I said, give me the thumbs up. Go ahead and like this live. And if you're catching me on the replay, like the video, share with the masses. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and join the Actualizer family. I will be back next week. We'll do another quick snip and I'll let you know my thoughts. And stay tuned for me and Joey's Bravo Bestie Breakdown. And we'll bring you the full recap of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. All right, guys. Until next time, I'll see you. Bye.